In today's List Bomb, we cover the next top 8 Marvel and DC copycat characters. These are characters that are essentially the same character but on different ends of the spectrum. Starting off at number 8, Marvel's Ant-Man and DC's Atom. These two heroes share many similarities, one of them being that they were created in an era known as the Silver Age, a time when the comic book industry struggled to reinvent itself. The two characters were known as science heroes, heroes who use science and technology to introduce a new age. Aside from that, they both have the ability to shrink down to an extreme size while retaining their maximum strength. DC's Atom, aka Ray Palmer, has the ability to do things that most superheroes cannot, such as shrinking down small enough to enter into an opponent's bloodstream and fight viruses. Marvel's Ant-Man, aka Hank Pym, can summon and control ants. He made the astonishing discovery of size manipulation through what he dubbed as the Pym particle. On the other hand, the atomic scientist Ray Palmer came upon his ability via working with the remnants of a white dwarf star. An advantage Atom has over Ant-Man is the ability to perform technological travel via electric wires, while Ant-Man has the added advantage of not just being able to shrink, but also supersize himself up to 100 feet, giving him the ability to lift well over 100 tons of weight. Number 7. Marvel's Ultron and DC's Brainiac. Meet the two most intelligent AI villains. Ultron, created in a lab, has been around for a long time, fighting many times with the Avengers. He was actually made by Henry Hank Pym in the origin story, not Iron Man. Therefore, Ultron's mind was based on that of Pym's, who himself was very intelligent. Ultron even made Hank forget that he had made him at one point. Ultron has a plethora of powers, such as concussive blasters that pack quite a punch, class 75 super strength, the ability to place his victims into a death-like coma, enabling him to manipulate their minds, and astonishing durability, since his exoskeleton usually consists of adamantium. Ultron also has the ability to possess and control other machines remotely, and doesn't need to place his consciousness within them to do so. Brainiac was originally an alien from Colu, but in the more recent issues is a robot. He was retconned quite a bit, each time appearing with slight differences. Like his Marvel counterpart, he has super speed, strength, and stamina. However, Brainiac is known to be one of the most intelligent characters in the DC universe, with a 12-level intellect. As a matter of fact, he is one of the only characters to possess such a level of intellect. Brainiac also has the ability of technopathy, which means he can talk to technology. In some instances, he was even able to transfer his consciousness into life forms. In addition to that, Brainiac has also done his fair share of time traveling and can also teleport. Another interesting trait of this DC villain is he has the ability to steal cities and planets and add them to his collection via the use of a personal shrink ray. Brainiac's biggest weakness is physical deterioration after being separated from his ship for too long. I guess a character as smart as Brainiac would have to have at least one downfall. However, one would think that him being that smart, he would have figured out a way to permanently bypass it. Number 6. Marvel's Wasp versus DC Bumblebee. Not only are these two characters alike in that they share the same gender, but that they also are based on stinging insects that share the same color. Karen Beecher Duncan, known as Bumblebee, and Janet Van Dyne, known as the Wasp, both share the ability to fly and to shrink in size with the addition of super strength. DC's Karen, aka Bumblebee, has no true power per se until she puts on her power suit she created. Bumblebee is also known as one of DC's first black superheroes. On the other hand, Janet Van Dyne doesn't need a suit for her powers, because she was genetically altered by Dr. Henry Pym. Because of him, she got the ability to alter her size, fly at super speed, and fire bioelectrical energy stings. There's no denying that these characters are carbon copies of each other. Even their suits look the same. Number 5. Marvel's Doctor Strange and DC's Dr. Fate. These two characters are known as masters of sorcery. Dr. Fate appeared way earlier than Doctor Strange, and his appearances were very sporadic. On the other hand, Doctor Strange appeared more frequently and is more recognized. There were many versions of Dr. Fate, since the name is only a title, but there was only ever one Dr. Strange, as that is his name, Stephen Vincent Strange. While the two characters may differ in their backstories, both sorcerers are extremely powerful and share almost the exact same abilities. Dr. Fate, aka Ken Nelson, became apprenticed to the most powerful sorcerer, Nabu, and was handed ultimate magical powers via a helmet. And Dr. Strange, having been a gifted neurosurgeon who lost the use of his hands, met with an ancient one who trained him to become Sorcerer Supreme. Both characters can invoke any spell to perform any act, such as manipulating time and altering the reality around them. Both have artifacts that augment their powers as well. In a match, Dr. Strange is believed to be more powerful of the two, since without artifacts, Dr. Strange retains the most power and knowledge. However, Dr. Fate can cast a spell, making him immune to all other forms of magic. But so can Dr. Strange. So one trying to one-up the other becomes an eternal paradox. Number 4. Marvel's Namor versus DC's Aquaman. These half-human, half-Atlantean superheroes are obvious copies of one another. They've both been known to use tridents, both have super strength, can swim at incredible speeds, and are the kings of Atlantis. Due to their amazing plethora of similarities, there's been countless comparisons and theories on which one of them would win. The height in their differences lies more so in the fine details of their lives, such as the fact Aquaman went up against great superheroes. One advantage Namor is said to have over Aquaman is his mysterious ability to fly. The advantage Aquaman has is his ability to control sea animals. Number 3. DC's Wonder Woman and Marvel's Power Princess. These two female fatales are World War II icons. Both participated in the Second World War, or their equivalent of it. Both had men they rescued from wreckages. Both are godlike in their powers and personas. Both age very slowly and are highly indestructible. The Justice League member, Wonder Woman, is known as the Princess of the Amazons. As of recently, she's been depicted as a daughter of Zeus. Hailing from Paradise Island, a place where her race lives free of men, Wonder Woman, aka Diana, grew up a warrior and was even said to be trained by Ares, the god of war himself. She has superhuman strength, superhuman speed, invulnerability in many areas, the ability to heal, fly, and fight like a total badass. Power Princess, aka Zarda, likewise was from an island called Utopia Island. Unlike Wonder Woman's godlike heritage, Power Princess's people believe that they were all created by beings called the Kree via genetic experimentation. Inherently, Zarda is able to lift well past 80 tons and has amazing reflexes as well as enhanced speed, just like Wonder Woman. Like Wonder Woman, she is basically immune to bullets, and she can fly. Both characters have shields, although Wonder Woman only uses hers when necessary. Number 2. Marvel's Hyperion and DC's Superman. There were several Hyperions throughout comic history, but only one Kal-El, aka Superman. Both characters gain power from the sun. Both have super strength, can fly, and are just about indestructible, as most characters are on this list it seems. The most notable difference is that Superman is weakened by kryptonite, the debris from his ruined planet made radioactive from the explosion. The Hyperion that bears the most similarities with Superman is Hyperion from Earth 31916. Like Superman, he was sent to Earth as a baby via an alien escape pod to avoid being killed with his people. The main difference is what happened to each of them after the pods landed on Earth. Superman, known as Clark Kent in his earthly disguise, was raised by two loving people called Jonathan and Martha Kent. As he got older and his parents learned of his abilities, they taught their alien son to utilize his powers responsibly, for good. Hyperion was too found by a loving couple, who took him in as their own, but sadly baby Hyperion and his ship were seized by the US government. After seeing Hyperion develop special abilities, they wasted no time in making him a military asset. Hyperion's artificial upbringing was strictly monitored after being given into an adopted family under surveillance. The government wanted him to have an all-American kid experience with little to no stress. Things turned out for the worse after 5-year-old Hyperion, also known as Mark Milton, had a flash vision which led to the incineration of his puppy he received as a present. He later rebelled against the government after gaining knowledge of the truth. Superman was a member of the Justice League, while Hyperion was of the Squadron Supreme. The main variance of the characters is that Hyperion's life was basically from the start completely controlled by the government, who tried to keep his identity a secret from everyone else, which of course came to an end when he hit 18. And Superman's identity was kept a secret from everyone, including the government. Both of these superheroes ultimately became iconic heroes. Number 1. DC's Batman and Marvel's Moon Knight. They're both ultra-rich and come out at night, as their name suggests. And although they are both heroes in their own right, they have no Earth-manipulating or superhuman powers, but amazing skills to use melee weapons along with a plethora of gadgets and vehicles. And they both run their base of operations in caves under their mansion. DC's Dark Knight, or Caped Crusader, Bruce Wayne, was orphaned at a young age when he witnessed his parents shot during a mugging. It was from that very moment he made the decision to become the world's greatest weapon against crime: Batman. He is exceptionally skilled at detective work and has amazing athletic prowess, making him seem like a superhero. On the other hand, Moon Knight, Mark Spector, had quite a backstory. After rejecting his rabbi father's morality, Spector went from being a heavyweight boxer to a US Marine and then to a CIA operative. After Mark Spector suffered the loss of his lover when she was killed and being betrayed by a friend in the CIA, he left the agency to become a mercenary. Moon Knight. Moon Knight is believed to have powers since his skills become enhanced at nighttime and peak at full moon. Like Batman, he is adept at martial arts and is the pinnacle of human form. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's list, and tell us guys, who's your favorite comic book character on today's list? Can you think of any other copycat characters that deserve to be on this list? Let us know in the comments below, and as always guys, thanks for watching.